Today we will discuss Bell's palsy, the most common cause of acute unilateral facial paralysis. It is a lower motor neuron lesion of the facial nerve, resulting in sudden weakness of facial muscles on one side. This topic is extremely important for MBBS exams, neurology postings, and clinical practice. Definition: Bell's palsy is defined as an acute, idiopathic, unilateral lower motor neuron paralysis of the facial nerve. Idiopathy means the exact cause is not always identified, though viral reactivation is strongly suspected. It affects cranial nerve 7, the facial nerve. Anatomy of facial nerve. The facial nerve is a mixed nerve. It supplies muscles of facial expression. It carries taste sensation from anterior two-thirds of the tongue. It also provides parasympathetic supply to lacrimal and salivary glands. It innervates the stapedius muscle in the middle ear. Etiology. The most accepted cause is reactivation of herpes simplex virus type 1. The virus causes inflammation and swelling of the facial nerve inside the narrow facial canal. This compression leads to nerve dysfunction. Risk factors include diabetes, pregnancy, and recent viral infections. Pathophysiology. The inflammation causes edema. Since the facial nerve passes through a narrow bony canal, swelling compresses it. This leads to ischemia and conduction block. The result is sudden facial muscle weakness. Clinical features. Patients present with sudden onset facial weakness. They cannot raise their eyebrow. They cannot close the eye on the affected side. There is drooping of the mouth. Loss of taste may occur. Hyperacusis occurs due to stapedius muscle paralysis. LMN versus UMN lesion. This is a very important exam question. In Bell's palsy, which is a lower motor neuron lesion, the entire half of the face is affected, including the forehead. In upper motor neuron lesions like stroke, the forehead is spared because it has bilateral cortical supply. Diagnosis. Bell's palsy is primarily a clinical diagnosis. Imaging is not required unless symptoms are atypical. It is crucial to differentiate from stroke. Management. Early corticosteroid therapy improves recovery. Antivirals may be added in severe cases. Eye care is extremely important because patients cannot close their eyes, increasing risk of corneal damage. Prognosis. Most patients recover completely within weeks to months. However, severe nerve damage may lead to residual weakness. Complications. Improper healing may cause synkinesis, involuntary movements. Crocodile tears occur when salivation pathways regenerate abnormally. Eye protection is critical to prevent corneal ulcers. As we conclude today's lecture on Bell's palsy, remember that sudden facial paralysis is not always a stroke. Understanding the difference between lower motor neuron and upper motor neuron lesions is crucial in clinical practice. Early recognition and timely treatment with corticosteroids significantly improve recovery. Mastering these neurological basics will not only help you in exams but also in real-life patient care. Thank you for your attention. Keep revising, stay clinically curious, and I'll see you in the next lecture.